and I start whistling. I always do that because it's easier. Let's duplicate one more time. Let's also change the presets so that we have a bit bigger comparison. I always tend to change the wrong presets, so I'm here in this case, changing this one. Let's go. This is sounding cool as well. Let's try. I'm forgetting to explain. So what happened here is like I saw that the routing of these two oscillators is here, which means that it is going both the filter 1 and the filter 2. But what I want that is like more pluckiness, so I'm moving them to the only filter 1 or filter 1 and 2, but turn 2 is turned off, and thinking like, okay, what if we create more plucky sound here? still not really sure what I want to go for. I want to go for this bright ringing sound, but I'm also open to anything else. So that's why I'm just trying to feel something right. And unfortunately, this is the life of a producer sometimes. Like if you don't know where to go with the sound and you just want to get inspired, preset surfing is what you have to do probably. Too pianish. The same sound. Okay, now I cannot decide either. I'm gonna do the same thing one more time. And then we have 3 different options. I feel like this melody. It's better than this one. To be honest, I also want to try that one out. That's it. What you can do always, Ctrl-G, group them up. And put this guy, just move it over here, hold Control, put it here. Turn this off, and then you can just... And if you want to use like 1 octave up here, if you don't want to move things around too much, like moving the notes 1 octave up, because otherwise this will be affected, you can just take a pitch, put right in front of the one that you want to put up, put it 1 octave up here, right? Now it's only this one is 1 octave up. Cool, but the one final thing I want to do is insert diva and try that one as well. Again, there's nothing wrong with experimenting, and it's the most of the things that you do with your music, right? You just go different things and different sounds, and you're going to experiment and find something that inspires you, and then you will change it anyways. But start with something that you enjoy is oftentimes a good idea. And I would assume that because these are the bass presets, we have to push them up. Cool sound. see one thing. Let's do this. I think some of the notes are overlapping. I'm gonna bring this size down. That means that we have to fix these guys. This can be a bit longer. This one sounds really big. Like if you want to go really this big room driving techno, this is probably the sound that we should go, maybe a bit altered version, a bit like make more modern, a bit more sexy version, but I want to hear the mids a bit more because it's like a very bright patch. The other one was a bit darker, which oftentimes works, but this one I think it requires to breathe a little bit more. Now, the decision time. I think this one sounds a bit more old school. This one sounds a bit different. I've had this one. My feeling is this one is a bit more authentic. It's almost like a back arpeggio, but it's not really. That means that we may in the future, if we have something like big lead, kind of repeating lead, if we want to go a bit more like anime direction, or if we want to go a bit more like Hidden Empire things, like a bit dark rolling kind of stuff, this may work extremely well for that. Let me illustrate. I'm going to show you so that you understand a bit better. I think we had this obsidian part in the loops. If I go to leads, yeah, like this, right? This is G, let's put it F. Let's say it comes here. It must be something like that. Yeah. Right, you immediately see what I mean. We're not going to use this one, it gets a bit too cheesy. We are going to do something a bit cooler, different, and so on and so forth. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually delete this one. I know it sounds good, and probably some of you will be, no, don't do that. Or you know what, because some of you want this, I'm going to save it in this file. And we're going to do like this. To keep everything, group them up, Ctrl G. We're going to call it backup arps. Let me listen to this one more time. I'm going to change this to this. This can be the one that we use later on, to be honest. It sounds cool, it needs a bit of work, I want a bit more sizzle on that if I use it. On the other hand, this one makes it really dark. And makes it different. And I like to create different tracks. The main reason is like, if you go make something that is already existing, you are just kind of, doing the same thing again, right? And if you make something different, it's easier to like pop. I don't hear too much melodic techno tracks with this type of arpeggio. Maybe we should go for it. And then in that we can later layer up if we need to, but for arpeggio this one is good. Now what I'm going to do, because I want to bang on to this sound, because like I said earlier, I want three different parts, three taps. The first tap, the arpeggio, the second tap is the chorus, third tap is the lead. So what we're going to do, not to lose this one, bang on this and create this loop, and we're going to call it verse with arp. And we can make the color for that. I tend to use like this type of colors for my verses, right? And that's good to go. That means that we are done with the arpeggio. The things that we can do, the improved arpeggio comes later on, but I think for this one, it is good. The only thing to remember is that when you make your melodies for the lead arpeggios, try to make it a bit longer so that it gets less boring. For this case, we are having 2 bars. This will most likely be 4 bars later on, either due to the chord progression or just making it a bit more interesting later on. If you are going for the back arpeggio, keep it simple, keep it darker, keep it, let's say, minimal, so that it is on the background, it's not taking up too much space. Now we made in hybrid, but we can always make it taking much more space if we need it later on. I will probably change the sound later on, and I will say, yeah, I want the richer sound because I want my track more driving. But anyway, so for this one, for the arpeggios, that's it.